can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into this area of work?
Sure. I am a clinician. I went to Hazelden grad school for addiction studies, and I started working with LGBTQ community right away. I knew that was something that I really wanted to do as being part of the community and being a person in recovery. I think that working with the LGBT community was what I was born to do. So that's how I find myself doing this work today.
All right. And so we have you on our list as one of our DEI consultants, diversity, equity, and inclusion consultants, but you have a specific approach. And can you just tell us why you think the field of addiction and recovery need this service in general and specific to what you do?
Sure. A lot of people think the DEI community is specifically for race and around racial justice, which absolutely it is. And that's a part of my work too. And that's a part of work that we all have to do. And I think if we expand our scope around marginalized communities, the LGBTQ community is part of that. So when I work with a facility specifically, I really bring in that piece around gender and sexuality. Why is it important to work with LGBTQ communities in a specific way? How are we looking at our paperwork from website to discharge, and how we're working in the community, how we're serving the community? What we know is that 30 to 40% of the LGBTQ community has substance use issues, and so we have a large community that needs a lot of help. So when doing these DEI trainings and working specifically in gender and sexuality, I think gives a certain lens and a specific way to work in that community specifically. And if I'm just going to plug here, is that everyone needs DEI training in all facets with all marginalized communities, specifically around race, class, gender, and sexuality.
Excellent. Thank you. So what types of services in particular do you provide?
I have a whole, a laundry list of things that I can provide, trainings from 101 through clinical implications, talking about bullying, talking to frontline staff, to clinical staff, to executive staff, marketing staff. All of these have different kind of trainings and ways to really address the community in a specific way. So I do that. I could do it virtually, on site. I also have been known to look at a program from start to finish to see, how their policies look, maybe redesigning some of their policies and procedures around working with LGBTQ communities. Yeah, I mean, I can really do anything that a facility is looking for. And I think what makes my specific work a little bit different than maybe just a general 101 is having a clinical background, really working with clinicians, talking about mental health, talking about substance use, and how all of those intersect together. Because we can all have a 101 training, that's very easy, but when we start talking about the clinical implications, how people are surviving and thriving outside of our centers is really, really important.
Great. So thank you. Is there anything else you want to say about what makes your approach unique?
Sure. I mean, I like to bring in a lot of experiential work when I do, especially on site, a lot of self-reflection. I think we can't really understand a community just by listening to a PowerPoint and saying, this is how you work with this community, right? I think that we all need to turn the scope inward and see where our biases, happen, what we've been taught, how we unlearn and unpackage those things. And so it can be kind of emotional. It can be kind of like sandpaper sometimes when I'm teaching someone and they're self-reflecting on, oh man, I've done that, or and so stopping people from getting in their shame spiral, but also helping them understand that we can unlearn these things so that we can better serve our clients.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Beck.
Thank you.